Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you an extreme grocery budget challenge from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree, shop for all my groceries from the Dollar Tree for only $15, and then figure out how many meals I can make for only $15. So let's get started. The first thing I'm grabbing is this Polish sausage that I found in the refrigerator section. Now I'm grabbing a bag of onions and peppers from the freezer section. I'm also getting this block of cheddar cheese. And also these frozen French fries. I'm grabbing this 2-pound bag of long grain white rice. Also this bag of lentils. A can of garlic and herb pasta sauce. A bag of hot dog buns. And this is everything that I got. I got the sausage, the peppers and onions, and then the 2-pound of rice, a bag of lentils, some frozen broccoli, hot dogs, hot dog buns, pepperoni, cheddar cheese, French fries, pasta sauce, and pasta. And I want to mention everything was $1.25. So for our first meal, I'm using the pasta that we got. I'm also using the pasta sauce. So the pepperoni, I have 2 pouches of pepperoni, and then the cheese. So I have here the water boiling for the pasta, and while the water is coming to a boil, I'm gonna cut some of these pepperonis and shred the cheese. This is the best can opener I've ever owned. I'm hoping this little block of cheese is going to be enough for whatever I'm making. It's not bad. I think it's going to be enough for whatever I need it for. The water has boiled, so I'm going to add the pasta. This is a 20-ounce box of penne pasta. I'm going to use about 16 ounce. So about a pound. Yeah. And now I'm going to add some salt. I'm cutting half of the pepperonis. So this way I can just put them in the sauce. I'm gonna reserve some of the pasta sauce for another recipe I'm making. This is a 24-ounce jar of pasta. I'm just gonna get like a little bit. I don't need too much for the other recipe. So about this much. I want to say about a quarter cup or so. And then most of it I'm gonna use for the pasta. Okay, so the pasta's done. I'm gonna drain it. Now to the same pot, I'm adding a little bit of olive oil. You can use whatever oil you have on hand. I know people always comment on the oils I use, but these are the oils I have in my pantry. You can use whatever oil you have in your pantry. So I'm gonna heat up the oil. Now that the oil is hot, I'm gonna add the pepperonis. Half of the pepperonis, so the chopped ones, I'm gonna put in just for a little bit. I'm gonna add the pasta sauce. I forgot to keep some of the pasta water, so I'm just gonna use regular water. So I turned off the heat. I don't need to cook the sauce. I am, however, gonna season it with some salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, and some Aleppo pepper. You can use whatever seasoning you have in your pantry, or you can only use salt and pepper. And honestly, since this sauce is already seasoned a little bit, has garlic and herbs, you don't even have to season it if you don't have any seasonings on hand, or if you don't want to. I just like my food well seasoned. I'm adding the pasta back in. Gonna mix everything. I'm gonna spray my casserole dish. This is a 9x13 casserole dish with some avocado oil. You can just brush some of whatever oil you have on hand. Now I'm gonna add the pasta. Gonna add the cheese. It's not gonna be a lot of cheese, so, but it's okay. It's still gonna be tasty, I'm sure. I'm adding the slices of pepperoni on top. I'm gonna bake this on 350 degrees for about 15 minutes or so, just until the cheese melts. Okay, here it is. It looks really good. I baked it for about 15 minutes and then I put it under the broiler for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna taste it and let you know. This was very delicious. My husband liked it a lot. He was surprised when I told him the ingredients are from the Dollar Tree and it's a budget meal. It was very good, and I want to mention this made 6 portions. For our second meal in our grocery budget challenge from the Dollar Tree, I am using the lentils that I got. This is a 12-ounce bag, and I'm using some of the rice that I got. I'm using about half of this in a different recipe. This is a 2-pound bag rice from the Dollar Tree. Great price, $1.25 for a 2-pound bag rice. And I'm also using the broccoli cuts that I got. So let's start cooking. So for each cup of 1 cup of lentils, you need 3/4 of a cup of rice. So the 12-ounce is a cup and 3/4. So I'm going to use a cup and third and 1/3 of rice. This is the rice I'm using. I still have a lot of rice to use. So I washed my lentils. I'm adding it to my pot now. I'm also adding about 4.5 cups of water. And I'm gonna heat this up for about 7 to 8 minutes. Okay, so this has been heating up for about 7 minutes. I just gave the lentils a little head start. So I'm gonna add my washed rice. Give it a stir. If at any point you feel like it needs more liquid, you can just add some water. I think it looks okay. So I'm gonna bring it to a boil. So it started to boil. I'm gonna season it with some salt and cumin. You need a generous amount of salt just because there's no other seasoning in it. And a little bit of cumin. Okay, so I'm gonna mix it all together and I'm gonna cover it. Bring the heat to low. So I'm just gonna cook it until there's no more water, basically until everything is cooked. The rice has cooked and the lentils has cooked, about 15 to 20 minutes or so. Okay, so while the lentils and rice are cooking, I'm gonna start working on the broccoli. I'm just gonna roast them in the oven, so nothing complicated. I'm gonna spray the bottom of the casserole dish with some avocado oil. You can use any oil you want. I'm gonna put the broccoli cuts, and then I'm gonna season it with some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And I'm gonna cook it in the oven on 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes, or just until it's done. Okay, so my rice and lentils are almost done. I'm gonna turn that off. Over here I put some olive oil and I heated it up a little bit. I think it's already heated up. Yeah, so I'm just gonna turn it off too, and then turn off the lentils. Oh wow, yeah, that's hot. So I'm gonna add the hot olive oil to the lentils and rice. This is gonna give it a really nice taste. Okay, look at this. This looks so good. If you have a half an onion or an onion, while you're heating up the olive oil, just chop up the onion and put it in there, and put the onion on top too. But the Dollar Tree didn't have an onion, so the broccolis are done too. So I'm gonna plate up my food, and this was very delicious and very nutritious. When you combine lentils and rice, you create a complete protein. This made 5 portions. So for our third recipe, today's recipe is I'm using the smoked sausage that I got, Polish sausage. I'm gonna use the peppers and onions. I'm using the pasta sauce that we put on the side. This is about a 1/4 cup of pasta sauce. And I measured 2 cups of rice. So I'm using 2 cups of the rice, and I still have this much rice to spare. So I think I'm gonna do like a 1-pan meal. I like those a lot. So basically just peppers and sausage with some rice. I'm gonna start off by chopping the sausage. Very little prep work and fast and easy dishes. Oops. Okay. I'm gonna add some olive oil to my pan. So now that the oil has heated up, I'm gonna add the sausage. So now I'm gonna add the peppers and onions. Ooh. So I just wanted to mention that the sausage that I got is fully cooked already, and I just seared it a little bit in the beginning. So we're just heating it up basically. But if you get a sausage that's not cooked, you have to cook it obviously first and then add everything else. So I'm just going to cook everything together for a few minutes. I'm going to season this with some salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, Aleppo pepper, and some garlic powder. Okay, so now I'm adding my washed rice. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the pasta sauce from the other day. And I'm gonna add about 4 cups of water. I'm gonna bring it to a boil. So since I have this tomato chicken bouillon, I'm gonna use a couple of teaspoons. If you don't have it, obviously you don't need to use it. We already put that pasta sauce in, but since I have it in my pantry, I'm just gonna use it. I was waiting for my water to boil, and I thought it's taking too long, and then I looked and I had my heat off for some reason, so I just turned it on again. Okay, so now that it's finally boiling, I'm gonna cover it and bring the heat to low. And I'm gonna cook it just until the rice has cooked, so about 15 minutes or so. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it looks like it's done. I'm gonna turn it off. Oh yeah, it's definitely done. Look at this. It looks so good. I mean, you can't go wrong with sausage and peppers and onions. And some rice. Okay, I'll plate it up and give it a taste. This was a delicious, easy, simple meal. I really like one-pan meals that just come together in no time and easy cleanup. This made 5 individual meals. So our last meal is an easy comfort meal. We have the hot dogs that we got, the hot dog buns that we got from the Dollar Tree, and the French fries. So we're having hot dogs and French fries. I decided to deep fry my French fries today. So I have my oil heating up here. So for the hot dogs, I'm just boiling some water here on the stovetop. And I'm just gonna boil them. Easy peasy today. Okay, so it's ready. Okay, I'm gonna put the hot dogs in the water and boil them for 4 or 5 minutes. They're already cooked, so we're just heating them up. Okay, so the hot dogs are done. The fries are done too, nice and golden. Let's put some salt on the fries. Okay, it's ready. I wanted to share with you guys this oil container that I found on Amazon. It comes with a strainer so it can hold all the little bits left after frying, and also comes with a little plate for the drippings of the oil. I just find this very practical. I will leave the link down in the description for you guys. This meal was definitely very comforting and easy to make. I mean, who doesn't like hot dogs and french fries? This one made 4 portions. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what are some of your favorite Dollar Tree meals that you make for your family. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.